I haven't done a video in a while due to being sick and having a cold voice. I still kind of have a cold voice. But anyway, yeah, I'd like to talk today about Robo Socialism. The worry is that robots and machines will replace most jobs in the future. And we can't really have a capitalist economy if almost everyone is unemployed due to technology. And I'm not just talking cashiers, which can all be replaced by machines, or data entry people. I'm talking like tax preppers, medical staff, like data entry, restaurants. Like the list goes on and on and on when it comes to professions which may be eliminated due to technology. Now, I accept that sometimes it's okay for technology to take jobs away if, and this is a big if, there are crap tons of other jobs available to replace the jobs lost. For instance, I think we can, in a way, say that farming technology has laid us all off, has laid the majority of the population off. Consider that at one time, the majority of the population was employed in food production, farming and stuff. But we no longer need large amounts of people farming to feed us all. We now have tractors and combines and all kinds of technology which can just do all that work lickety-split. We only need a small portion of our population farming. So in a way, farming technology laid a bunch of people off with its job-destroying technology. But we had crap tons of jobs to replace it, so it was fine. Also, I recommend the Luddite, looking into the Luddite movement. But yeah, they had a similar situation. Technology happened, which took away a bunch of jobs, but there are more jobs left to replace it, because the Industrial Revolution happened and new industries sprung up. But my worry is that we won't have a second industrial revolution at the same time machines and robots are taking everyone's jobs. So unless we have a second industrial revolution which creates like dozens of new industries to create more jobs, then we have a problem. And on top of that, even if dozens of new industries sprung up at about the same time that technology and robots were replacing everyone's jobs, what's to stop these new industries from just doing the same thing and not hiring anyone and just using robots and machines in all their workforces? So it seems like there's only two options in the future. Either ban technology, ban self-checkout machines and all that, just have governments all over the world ban this technology, or institute Robo Socialism. What I mean by Robo Socialism? Basically something like the government gives all citizens like $5,000 a month or $1,000 a month, whatever the standard of living is in that area. At least the government would give them that money every month, unless they already had a good amount of money. But all the unemployed people, which there'd be like hundreds of millions, which we have over 300 million. So imagine like 250 million unemployed people because of robots and machines. So the government would just give them a very large fat monthly check, so that because they're never going to get jobs anymore because the machines have taken them all. And if this sounds implausible, I again bring up the self-checkout machine, which has the potential to replace all cashiers in the entire planet. So, and it's likely this kind of trend is likely to continue on and on and on. I favor Robo Socialism, and it doesn't have to be even through taxation. It can just be through going to these people's bank accounts and typing in like the money, which of course, yeah, you have to worry about money inflation. So yeah, I suppose there have to be people on that making sure that it doesn't crash the economy. But even economists might be able to be replaced by robots. We might just need a couple on board to make the make sure there's no glitches, because that you really don't want to glitch in that kind of situation. But anyway, yeah. Seems that we have a problem here. So, and that's the thing. Libertarians are not going to support either solution. I'm talking about right-wing libertarians. Left-wing libertarians, and so left libertarians, which are like anarcho-communists, and progressive libertarians, with both love the Robo Socialism idea. And I think conservatives, though, would have a solution. The conservatives would go with the ban solution. The conservatives try to ban this technology. Libertarians would go with neither solution. And, I don't know, it just seems like the outcome then would just be total freaking collapse of the whole planet, because nobody has any money or work to get money. Because there's no jobs anywhere. Now, there would still be some market in there, in that you could still, there's no laws against giving your money to people, so people could like play musical instruments on the side of the street to get more than they normally get a month from the government. So let's say they get like $3,000 a month from the government, they can go play their instrument on the side of the street to bump it up to where they actually make like $4,000 a month, which is a lot of money. So I'm worried about inflation because it might just be whatever because in Wichita, like $1,000 would be enough. But in like Hawaii, it might need to be higher because different standard of living. Besides, some countries are already going with the government just gives all citizens a certain amount each month. So yeah, it seems like we could just we might even just straight up eliminate work, and then our culture would shift without work. And it would be a certain thing of like, you would be judged not by your job, but by what you do day to day. So it would be more of a case of, well, no one here works, but I spend a lot of time making art and poetry. So the fact that you do art stuff would be the way that you would get more, social credibility. The fact that you in this new work-free environment, you do artistic endeavors rather than just indulge in lower vices all the time. So yeah, that's one thing I would like about this new robo-socialist society, is that your social credit would be gained through artistic and community endeavors rather than just how much money you have. Yeah. It's very difficult, though, to make much predictions about what this society would look like, because the idea of a robo-socialist society is so unusual and so weird that you can't really predict what's going to happen. There will obviously be people for it, and there'll be people against it, and there'll be some people like, well, as long as it turns out okay, whatever, sure. There's always in-betweeners who don't really want to get involved. So yeah, robo-socialism, good, bad, in between, yeah.